We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gasconade. This is episode 7. We'll be picking up right where we left off. Let's roll that intro, and we'll see you in but a moment.
I think Grent would propose that we walk through the front door.
Definitely not. I don't think that's a good idea, mate.
Maybe they're nice people.
Me, Vox, and Laura, we have to listen to what they say, and if, Shiloh's really in there.
I think everyone, before you go to that area, make a general perception check. Whoever is looking out for something. Area.
Nat 20 perception.
So we got Nat 20 for Alexander. You see one of those walkers, the sort of transport walkers, and it is walking on this road straight to House Attaway.
I think we should stow away on that thing, and Alexander will point in the direction of the walker.
Should we just
Might be
ask
an idea.
the man driving nicely if we can sit in the back? Or?
See, the point is for them not to know we're there.
Oh yeah, right. So we just bomb in the back?
Yes, now you are getting it.
Okay. I'm ready. Grant just just looks like he's about to take off running.
No, wait. We need to time this correctly.
Just say when. I'm ready.
Well, I think we need a distraction to slow them down to give us enough time to sneak on board. I think me and Alex over here, we stand out a bit, so I'm not sure if we are going to be able to sneak onto that thing, but we can cause a distraction for the rest of you to sneak on.
What's the distraction going to be, though?
You'll know it when you see it, don't worry.
Sergey and I will start walking towards whatever Sergey is planning.
So Solon, Silas, and Grent, what are you three doing as the brothers walk over to enact their plan? There's a very short window here. That thing is getting closer, so you understand that haste might be required. What are you doing?
Grant is readying adrenaline rush on himself, and he's going to flat sprint towards the thing as soon as the distraction starts.
Okay.
Alright, so we might want to do the ladder thing with the lever, but the only problem is I don't know how we're going to get to the lever, because it's like 15 feet above ground. Did you guys get what I just told you?
Oh, I got it. Jump for the lever. Grab the ladder. Right? Yeah.
But the lever is 15
Wait.
feet up in the air, bro. How are you
Jump
gonna
for
jump
lever. Grab ladder. Jump for lever. Grab ladder.
15 feet?
Do you think if Solon does like a good enough
I mean,
like throws Grant, would he be able to like throw to the lever so you can pull it?
I would say with a good enough check, definitely, because you're very tall at the moment. Grent weighs nothing,
I mean-
so it's quite possible.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm ready.
shit.
Alexander and Sergei, the royal blue walker, it is now walking right next to this other brass walker. What are you two doing?
We run up and basically shoulder bash against the brass walker to knock it against or into the path of the golden walker.
A normal person wouldn't be able to do this, but you're augmented motherfuckers. You just shoulder bash the living shit out of this thing. It tries to find its footing, but it just buckles under the weight and falls halfway into the path of the sort of royal walker, and the royal walker glitches for a moment and has to adjust its footing a little bit, and then it almost stops in its tracks and steam is given off. And strangely enough, the steam that is given off almost makes like a little bit of light cover for everyone that's below the walker as the steam sort of extrudes from the pneumatic pipes. As that happens, the rest of you, what are you doing?
I imagine like three of us are running, and then Grant's just in front, and then as we get closer, Grant just like slacks back, steps backwards into their hands, and just gets yeeted up.
Okay. Solon or Silas, I assume you two sort of clasp your hands together, and Grant steps in both of them, and then you just
Yeah.
launch.
I'll just give the help action for him like that.
Fair enough. You just, with your like semi-noodle arms, go to clasp hands with okay. Compared to Solon, like you clasp hands with him, his hands are almost twice as big as yours, and
Yeah, no, I understand that.
and yeah, so you can make an athletics check with advantage, Solon. Make an acrobatics check for me, actually, Grant. Just for the sake of it.
17.
Okay, I'll add
Not
2
bad.
to their athletics roll because of that good acrobatics check. So brings it to a 26, which is a overwhelming success. The DC wasn't incredibly high, but it was like 16. But you absolutely smashed it out of the park. Grant, you are flung perfectly towards this brass lever that is sort of on the right side of the thing, and you grab onto it. And with your weight, it pulls down, and you see just next to you, you hear ping as these two restraints lift, and the ladder falls down 15 feet, and all of you are right at the base of the ladder. We're going to go to Sergei and Alexander. As you smash into this thing, both of you almost like hit the ground, cracking the pavement. What are you two doing in the wake of this?
I guess through the steam, people just hear "Suka like punches.
So this is going to
Yeah,
be...
basically.
I've got an option for you here. Are you just deceiving, or are you actually using physical violence to enact the deception? No.
I would say we would use physical violence.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
like to play.
It would start out as deceiving, but then one of us accidentally hits too hard, and then we actually start fighting.
Okay, you can each roll damage for an attack roll against each other, but then you'll have advantage on your deception check.
Yeah, I would say like Sergei gets a bit carried away and he punches me hard, but I'm the older brother, so I punch back harder.
Yeah.
Both of you make a deception check with advantage.
So high, 19.
Okay.
Not gonna
Holy
twitch.
shit. That is, as their tsukablet, you just hear kartoshka, and I don't know, many Russian words. And with that happening, the crowd is so distracted. I would like the rest to make stealth checks with advantage, please. You're completely hidden, very silently. You climb up the hammer. Grant, you get to the sort of closed doors of this transport, and there is a arcane lock of some sort on the back of it. There are fulgurous runes carved over, so lightning runes carved over a lock.
I'll make an Arcana check. I get a 16.
It's a sturdy lock, but you would imagine a certain spell might be able to do it, or a slightly higher DC normal like lock picking check.
Let me see. Let me go.
Just do a sleight of hand check for me then.
Cool. Here we go. That is a 22.
Holy shit. DC for that was 18. You watch Silas sort of take out these 3 like little metal rods with hooks on the ends. You masterfully twirls them between his fingers, puts the one sort of between his teeth, begins working with the other, begins sort of undoing this lock, takes the one from his teeth, fiddles it in with the lock. This is an arcane lock, it's not something you're used to, but you manage to get around it, and you hear the sort of yellow bluish runes fade away, and the lock opens, and the doors open up, and you have a very small window to get in. You feel immediately when you get into this container, it is quite dark, except for a singular, almost yellowish, bluish, like rim light that it's almost like a strip light that goes all the way around the container, just illuminating the space with almost an electrical hue. You do see a large white cloth, almost like it's a large white cloth covering some sort of shape. At the far back of the containment room that you're in right now.
While they're rambling on about what they're gonna do, I would like to go look under the top.
You pick up the tarp. As you're all having this conversation, you hear this whipping of wind as the white tarp is taken off. Solon and Alora, please make history checks for me, or intelligence or technology.
Hey, we'll do history.
History or technology.
Not 20.
4.
Oh.
Alora, you have seen something of this likeness before. A lot of it, in fact. This is a ion defense cannon of H.V.C. They are built around the perimeter walls of H.V.C. Many of them around the Golden House, the wall that goes around the Bourgeoisie district, and the outer wall. It is a massive, like, fuck-off artillery cannon.
Well, holy meatballs on a Sunday morning, and then she just starts running directly towards it, and she starts inspecting it and just, like, running her hands, and that's when she sees it's differently modified, and then she... Well, this is different.
Yellow, bluish light emanates and crackles from the inside. You would see there is place for, like, 6 arcane cores. Currently there is 1 arcane core fixed into this place, and you think, should you want to, you might be able to get 1 shot out of this thing. You feel the mech lurch.
Stop it. Oh no. It's starting.
You hear,
everyone had.
You hear voices.
Oh,
Do you know who I am?
no.
And you assume that you've stopped in front of the gate now.
Okay, guys. If it opens, we can hide behind the doors. Alright? And please, for the love of whatever, put that tarp over again.
Wait, do you think they're gonna check underneath the tarp? Can we just hide underneath the tarp with the cannon while they move it, and then they move us inside?
I like that idea.
What if, listen to this, what if they do open the top?
Do you have any other idea?
The walker lurches again, and you feel it begin lowering to the ground.
Look, Solus is not going to fit under that top.
What if we just shoot it?
Like, you guys really want to die, don't you? Let's just hide behind the doors.
Doors
like
can
normal
also maybe crush
people.
us. Knowing Keegan, they
wanna-
will crush us.
I do kind of
They
want to
won't crush us.
shoot it.
It's doors.
Should we shoot it?
No, I don't.
Grant,
What do
you want to shoot it?
You know,
I want to shoot it.
I feel like we need to shoot it.
no.
Let's just
Grant wants
Do
to
you know
shoot
what this
it?
place is? Do you know what this place is? Come on, Laura,
It
listen to
hits
me.
the ground and everything shakes.
Oh no, shit.
We're shooting it.
Listen, we cannot shoot it. We're gonna die if we shoot it. I'm
Do you know
not
how to
ready to
shoot this
die.
thing?
We have two options right now.
Vulnerable.
We shoot it, or we hide. Let's vote.
Shoot it and hide.
I vote shoot.
Oh, you guys are absolutely crazy. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die as a 22-year-old.
Shoot it.
I say we hide.
It seems.
That's my vote. Yeah, but what would Vox vote?
Vox would hide, bro.
You guys have
Yeah,
to
I think
decide
about
this.
Oh,
You guys have to
would
decide this.
shoot, yeah.
I
He would not
personally,
shoot.
I think he's a bloodthirsty monster. He'd probably
No,
shoot that thing.
he would
He
not
chloroformed
shoot.
an
He likes
innocent
to hide.
father.
Vox, we don't kill what Vox wants because he doesn't talk. We kill what Sylvester wants.
Yeah.
Sylvester.
No.
Well, you know, I'm always up for a little bit
Sylvester
of action. okay, so there is a very short window. They're about to open the doors. I need a final decision.
We have to hide. We can't shoot this fucking thing.
Okay. Grant is going to. Okay. Is it obvious on how to shoot it? Is there a big red button or something?
Make a technology check. Okay, so Alora and Silas, you go
Yes.
hiding behind the door. Grent, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to go to the back side of the cannon, so as in not the front. I'm going to stand there, throw the top over the thing and myself, and also try and figure out how to shoot it if I can.
You sort of throw the tarp over you, and you begin mashing buttons on like the one side where the like chair is with all the controls. And the door opens up. Stealth checks from everyone, please. Okay, Silas, what did you get?
19.
Grant,
Not 20.
okay, that's 3 successes. Solon,
18.
4 successes. Vox failed. Alora,
Paid. No, 9. Failed.
okay, 4 successes, 2 failures. So this is
goodness.
successful. You see a sort of individual you see stepping in to the room. You hear footfalls of heavy armor as 2 heavily armored guards wearing sort of the Attaway regalia step in.
I'm still flicking switches.
Make a technology check.
18?
You go tick, 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 and then you press a few, and then this glass case opens up with a like shining red button that just like like emerges from it.
Great.
I'm looking Solon. I give him a nod. Today, we
In your
die
brain.
like men. And I slam that fucking button.
Wait a minute. What's that noise? Alexander and Sergey, as you walk closer to a storm drain, you just hear and you see this light just
A cacophony.
just
Noise.
beam through one of the top towers of House Attaway.
Well, I
And
think we know where they are.
the tower
Alexander just
collapses.
laughed.
Is a keycard maybe just attached to someone's like a keycard hanging somewhere?
I would say it's a bit hard to see, but you do see an individual that almost wears like a full white hazmat suit almost come walking through the main door, but he's quite a ways away. So you're gonna have to sort of get to him. He sort of walks out, and you hear him sort of like almost frustratingly talking to someone. But indeed, you see hanging on a chain from his belt, there is a sort of like a crystal with the same runic pattern that's on the keycard thing.
I have an idea. She then points to the guy in the house and says, "Well, we're gonna need to get around here without being suspected.
The problem is he's talking to a bunch of people.
Well, we don't have any other idea right now, Silas, and that's our best way of getting around here without being noticed."
The best we're trying to be to get him a little closer to us. If we go there,
That's true.
it's gonna be harder for us to sneak around.
Well, I could send Gidget to be a distraction.
But it's going to be okay though. if he's caught, like he.
Graham,
You know
look,
what
you
might
just can be
happen?
very persuasive if he needs to be. Can't you be, boy? And then he just sits there wagging his tail.
I mean, he is fake. Could just make a new one.
He might be
Great.
mechanical, but he does have feeling.
Is not by any chance a keycard just on the crate?
Make a perception check.
Or there is one, hey?
If you hit a nat 20, maybe.
Maybe.
No way! So
no.
you look to the side and you grab this odd cyan flat crystal and you just look at it. And you sort of look at the keycard that's hanging from that guy's belt. And you look at it again. And you're like, holy shit. There was one right here.
Ellen is making all of us look dumb this entire mission.
Yes. But yo, you guys
Silas is still looking at that.
you guys don't notice this. Solon, you just pick it up.
Okay, like how
So
would
they're
we
like-
do this now?
Picks it up, like opens the door. I don't know.
Did you-
They just
Yeah.
like keep on talking.
Silas
yeah.
just slowly looks to the side.
Yo, you guys hear and the door opens. And he sees Solon standing there with a keycard in his hands.
You really
what the
are
fuck?
full of surprises, aren't you, Solon?
Let's go just get the old one, whatever the fuck his name is, and just get out of this place.
Are you ready? We might have to fight now.
Runic energy flows over the vault door. Its massive crank turns. And it opens up, and you see the back of a hazmat suit, and the guy sort of is busy like filling in something on one of those like he's like busy filling in things on a clipboard, looking at something, and he turns around and he sees all of you and he's like,
Me and
"Ooh!"
Alexander just grab him.
I would say like Alexander will grab him by his face and by his by his shoulders, and Sergey would go for his feet, and we just drag him out.
Okay, make athletics checks, both of you.
King 23.
What a 17.
He rolls a natural 1. You pull him out
Yeah.
with such force that you break his neck in the process, and he just dies. As you enter, this is revealed to you. Through what's the glass called that's like a mirror on the one side and like
One-sided glass.
one-sided.
Yeah, mirrored glass.
Single-sided glass or whatever.
Yeah. You look through panes of single-sided glass. I mean, once again, these walls are super sound absorbent, so it's almost as if sound doesn't travel when things happen. But you do see a individual that you recognize on a operating table of some sort, squinting his eyes extremely in a almost painful manner, light like a spray light shining on him, 4 scientists around him, and you see a bright point of light within the room, which its source is just above.
That's Shiloh.
Yes, it is very clearly Shiloh, and there is something being removed from his chest. It is just this orb of light that looks like the hottest sun you've ever seen, just a miniature sun, essentially, trying to be extracted from his chest.
I think Alexander would look at Sergey and see if that this is like a time-sensitive type of thing, and just tell him, keep one alive, and he would try to use the access code, the card, to open the door.
This one. The door swings open, and immediately you all have a surprise round now from the position that you're in currently. If you'd like to do something. Okay. Silas, what are you doing?
He would go directly for number 2's throat.
Okay, you run, take out your blades, make an attack roll for me.
That's a 22. Okay, so that's 11 plus 1, so it's 12 damage.
You run in, just stab him straight through the gut. You hear this like muffled sounds from the hazmat suit, and you see blood beginning to extrude. For 12 points of damage, he looks fucked. He's like, and he just like, grabs your arm. Sergey, it is your turn.
So he'll run over here, and I want to throw my maul against the window to try and shatter it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Just a normal. Can I do it recklessly?
Yes, you can throw it recklessly.
Always so close to a nat 20, but no cigar.
13 would hit glass, I would say. I think the damage threshold here is 10. You need to do 10 or more damage to break it.
Okay, well, 10 plus 2, 12.
I don't like that.
Oh,
Me neither.
no.
Oh.
Oh, what?
So you throw the maul towards the glass. It shatters, and it seems your suspicions were correct, as some sort of robed, fancy-looking individual was holding a spell of some kind. Seeing this coming, the glass breaks, and he releases a Ventus version of Fireball. You just hear this sound as compressed like air is siphoned into a single point and just detonates outwards. And Grent, you are just slammed against the glass and you fall unconscious to the ground right over there. Solon, what was your save?
Nat 1.
You take 36 points of thunder damage. You are just knocked aside and you fall unconscious to the ground. Okay, Vox takes 36 points of thunder damage. Vox goes unconscious. Sylvester dies because he wouldn't be able to survive that in any ways. So Laura, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my goodness, at 18. Okay.
You take, I said, it's 36, so it's 18 points of thunder damage, Laura.
Oh, I'm 1 point away from being down.
So you just all watch this compressed air like siphon to the center of this thunderball and just explode out the glass, shatters in every direction, and this individual sort of steps up, putting his one foot on this table. My, what do we have here? It seems indeed that the weapon had accomplices.